And of course, there's that iconic scene where she throws a basketball behind her and it goes in the net. That was done. Why, hello there YouTube and welcome back to Freaky Future Mode 2.0, and it is the last in the series, I know, but we still have one more movie to review before that. So yeah, today I'm reviewing Alien Resurrection. Yes, written by Joss Whedon, yeah, from Buffy and fame and that at the time, and Firefly, and directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet, French guy, starring Sigourney Weaver, Wynonna Ryder, Ron Pearlman, Dan Heyer, J.E. Freeman, Brad Dourif, Chucky, and Michael Wincott. So this is, 200 years after the events of Alien, where military scientists have managed to clone back Ellen Ripley and also maintain the embryos for the Xenomorphs. And of course there is a space crew that get on board this ship with Ripley, who ends up tagging along, and they find themselves fighting for survival as the Xenomorphs are out and about on the rampage, and we get the Queen Xenomorph return as well, along with a newborn, which is meant to be a hybrid of Ripley and Xenomorph, and it's ugly and gross, and yeah, they have a connecting moment there, but then eventually Ripley sees it's an abomination and it gets sucked out, and I kind of feel bad for the creature. But anyway, let's get on to my likes and dislikes. First of all, this is not the best Alien movie, I'll be honest, but I still think it is good as like an actiony space movie. It returns to space, and we get a few more well-known faces in it other than Sigourney Weaver. We get Wynonna Ryder from like Beetlejuice and Heathers, and Edward Scissorhands, and we get Ron Perlman from movies at the time like Kronos and The Last Supper. Of course, I'd go on to know him as Hellboy. And we get Brad Dourif, fresh off the Child's Play franchise as well, which, it had more familiar faces in this one. I will say the effects look good for its time. This was 1997 when it came out, and I think this is the first time they went digital, especially with the Xenomorphs swimming in the water when they're in the water scene. Xenomorphs swimming like serpents. That was a cool scene. And, the Xenomorphs and the Queen and that were definitely the highlights of this movie, and so was, Sigourney Weaver's presence as Ripley, although she was a clone. And of course there's that iconic scene where she throws a basketball behind her and it goes in the net. That was done in a single take, but apparently it took many takes before they actually got it perfect. But, yeah, the newborn, the hybrid, I thought was an interesting premise, but who asked for that? But yeah, This film does have its flaws, I'd say, with the human casting, the human characters, but I feel that they were trying to go somewhere new yet old with this series, and they didn't quite land the mark. Probably that's why we didn't get another Alien movie for a good decade, until 2004, but then back to the proper series with Prometheus, but yeah. I thought it was decent, not brilliant. I'd probably say it was a bit more improved than Alien 3, but just not as good as Aliens or Alien. But, it is what it is. But I do find it watchable. Something to maybe even have on in the background as well when you're doing stuff. But I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I watched all the Alien movies because it's such a great franchise and I enjoyed them. But, yes, Alien Resurrection. Well, the aliens are resurrected in this. So what am I going to rate this one? I will probably give Alien Resurrection... I'll give it 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 for Alien Resurrection. So there you go. There is my review on this one. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. I've been Random Ross, and this has been a Freaky Future review for Freaky Future Month 2.0, and that's it for this series. Yeah, another series come and gone. I'll probably do a third one of these. I don't know when and where, because I've got other plans for January on this channel, but no need to dwell on that now, just a rough idea. But yeah, you can watch all the Freaky Future Month 2.0 on the channel now. You can even watch the first series, which I did a while back in January. Yeah, Freaky Future Month and Freaky Future Month 2.0. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching it as I have making it. So yeah, that's it for this one. So until next time, don't have nightmares.